Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ossu Otaku, your weekly anime podcast about a specific anime every season. This season, we are talking about My Hero Academia. We're on Season 5, Episode 23. We've done 23 episodes on this now. Join me as per usual, as always, Cassidy. Cassidy, how are you?
I'm doing very well. I just got to rewatch the episode and I just had a whole plate of lasagna, so I'm feeling great.
Good question, though. Did you eat that lasagna while you watched the episode?
No, because I wanted to make sure that I watched it fully again before we recorded today. So it was either that or eating, and somehow I got both of them in before right now. So
it's impressive. And what's more impressive to me is that you could eat lasagna after watching that.
Oh, well,
there are moments that are very akin to lasagna.
Okay, well, thank you for that reminder.
Oh boy. But yeah, we're here to round up and talk about and theorize about what's going to happen next in the My Hero Academia universe. And boy, oh boy, I'm going to throw it out there. I thought we were going to get some spinner action. We kind of did.
Okay.
Very minimal.
Because last episode, right, like episode 22, they did the same thing with him where he was like, I have to do something. And then they cut away and they didn't cut back to him until this episode. And it's still like not really anything happened with him.
He doesn't do anything.
He did get stabbed, though.
Oh, it looked great. It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Oh my gosh. The fact, okay. So we'll get into this starting from the get-go. So the building's down. That's how we ended the last episode, right? Like Redestro's gonna kick some ass. It looks like he is yoked. He is huge.
Bruh. Yes, he is.
Him and Shigaraki are gonna go at it, and then we have Spinner. So we cut
with
this
his wall climbing ability and his one knife.
Gecko, thank you. Gecko
right,
ability.
Sorry.
That was so great. And then freaking Trumpet blasts him about it too. That's the best part. He's like, you have like a gecko ability?
Yeah.
That's
literally,
it?
He's like, why are you even on this team? Like, you're pretty useless, huh?
He's right though. Like, he's asking what we've all been thinking.
Yep.
Maybe next week Spinner will get some more development.
Maybe. I don't know.
They keep teasing it, so hopefully, but who knows?
Yeah, hopefully. There's got to be some conclusion to whatever fight they're going to have. I don't know.
Yeah, well, he's definitely not putting up a good fight right now. He is doing his only quirk, which is sticking to walls, basically. And that ballerina made the wall that was great. Made it disappear, and then the spiky boy grabbed him.
I know.
Gosh.
You know, I have a bad feeling about what might happen to Spinner. I mean, we clown on him a lot, but I think everybody knows that he's pretty useless, and I think even he might know that. Mm-hmm. So there might be some sacrifice going on, you know. For Shigaraki's load, as he mentioned like 3 times this episode.
Yeah, exactly. Man. Based on what happened next in the episode, though, as Shigaraki's fighting Redestro, I wouldn't worry about his load being as much anymore. Because we're finally seeing our boy Machia making his way there.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going
finally
very fast.
And he the size comparison, I feel like he is so much bigger than Redestro. I don't know. I mean, he can probably get bigger, like if he uses more stress or something. But yeah, Machia is like fucking huge.
He's going to need all that stress he can get because Machia is coming in hot right now. He's blasting through this town and just like
destroying everything in his path so easily.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, even Skeptic is pretty skeptical about what's going to happen. He's like,
true, yes.
Coming your way.
He is very concerned, like very concerned. And speaking of Redestro, we got an explanation of his quirk finally.
Oh my gosh, amazing. The fact, I love that he's so level-headed while he uses it because he's got to hold that stress in.
Yeah, that's got to be so tough. That's like such a mental work out, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. And it matches really well with the mental, I would say, breakdown of Shigaraki, which is a majority of what this episode is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. So going into this episode, we knew that Shigaraki was the grandchild of a former One for All hero, which would be, sorry, everyone, I'm getting there. Nana Shimura. Yeah.
Yep.
And we knew that was part of the past, and I didn't realize how big of a effect it would have on his dad.
Yeah. Let me just say, I kind of forgot, like, this whole time, you know, you're not every time you see Shigaraki on screen, you're not thinking, oh, that's All Might's mentor's grandson. Like, when that came out, I remember being, like, super shocked, you know? But, like, I don't think about it all that often. So when it was brought up again in this episode, I was like, oh, yeah, right. And then they, like, really hammered it home that was, like, a problem for him and his family. So... Well, I kind of forgot about it.
We never got the explanation in the picture, though. We saw that picture before.
Right. Yeah.
I was under the assumption that was Shigaraki. I don't know why I would think that because she's so young in that picture.
Right.
Boy, oh boy, that's his dick of a dad. Holy cow. Yeah. His dad is God. Such garbage.
What a hypocrite. Oh, I hate him so much. He is such a trash parent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a good look at how that home life was. And you know what? I just have to say, after watching the whole episode, I definitely understand where Shigaraki's coming from.
Mm-hmm. I understand why he broke. I understand why everything happened the way it did. Oh my gosh, when he was talking about how his eyes only itch at home.
Yes, I know.
This is
okay.
rough.
So the itching and the home, they're not like metaphors, but like just the connection, I guess. Like, you know, in his storytelling, like I think it's mostly like the second half of the episode when we go into the flashback, like backstory. That whole that was just so good. The itching, coming back to that, and then obviously like ending the episode with that one line that just like packed such a big punch. Like, it's like we are finally starting to understand this villain after the like 5 seasons.
We understand his motives finally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we get even more of who he becomes as Shigaraki next episode, which we will talk about later. But so yeah, he's just like, there's so much to him. Like, this backstory was so good. I absolutely loved this episode like so much.
Yeah, like they did such a good job drawing the parallel between like his quirk and the abuse that he saw at home, like how they would go hand in hand. Like if this was a real world situation, like this is the kind of thing that could happen. Which, they're doing such good jobs drawing parallels to like real life situations, but then making them fantastical with this like superhero kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The everything about this episode was so good. The visuals were so good. God. Like, we had many very scary faces from Shigaraki as a kid and in present day, which just like, it's so good to look at. Like, he just was so like crazy and scary and insane, but like now we are understanding why. And the music was so good, the animation, and honestly, the voice acting also, I noticed in a good way, just like how I've always been a fan of the guy who voices Shigaraki because he's in a couple other animes that I like, but this episode is just so good. I love the way that he voices this character. So especially in like the voiceover of kind of like explaining his past, like that definitely aided in how like emotional or like non-emotional you could tell he was being, you know? So I don't know. I just really love that.
The way he could coolly talk about all the horrible things that happened and that he did was amazing. So good.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, he's being kind of narrator-y, but it's also like his memories. So it's all coming back to him during this fight, right? So it's kind of just like he's remembering in the moment and he doesn't really have time to reflect on how it was. This is just how he is now. And he's just kind of going through all of this while remembering his super traumatic past. So
yeah,
it was just all so good to me. I loved it.
Speaking of traumatic past, how frustrating is it that like nobody stood up to his dad? Nobody was just like, or at least he never saw them do it. They would talk about it, but never in front of him. Like that, to feel so isolated in your own home, like as a kid, that was, oh my gosh.
That obviously, affects you for the rest of your life. And that is not an exaggeration. Like, and we see that clearly through Shigaraki and what has happened, what has become of him now. But like, obviously this is like one of the most extreme cases you could probably come up with.
Yeah.
But yeah, even he says, I think towards the end of the episode, I think I wrote it down somewhere, but shoot, he himself is asking like, why did nobody help me? Like I can see them all, they're talking about me, but they never stood up to my dad. Like why did they choose to protect him over me? And that's like a really good question. Why did that happen? Like so many adults in his household and nobody did anything for him.
Yeah. Yeah. They were, oh my gosh. The only one that it felt like was on his side was, of course, his sister, who he had a really close relationship with. And I'll throw it out there. She looks so much like Shimura. It's ridiculous. Like
I know, right?
that broke my heart.
I know. So sad. So many parts in this episode were just so sad. Like the sister, you said, very close to her. She would help him when he was, upset, crying, got in trouble. And then she tries to have this bond thing where she says, this is our grandmother. I found this in our dad's study. And then she fucking snitched on him and says that it was his fault. Oh my God. That was like such betrayal, like top 10 anime betrayals of all time.
Honestly, though. And it straight up fucking killed her. It's on her.
Straight up. Yeah. Everyone in their family.
If she had just admitted that she was the one that took him there and like showed him that and everything, I don't know, maybe she would have been alive. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Although,
I mean, that just shows like how scary their dad is because like we didn't see him doing anything to her, but obviously if she felt the need to lie to take the blame off of her, then the dad is just like a piece of shit.
Absolutely. And the fact that like the grandparents didn't do anything, like step in at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There was just a lot going on.
Oh my gosh, so much. Let's get into when his quirks first started to show up, when he was throwing the ball to his corgi. A little bit of disintegration on the ball. I'm like, ooh, that's gross, but like really cool. Like what a good way to get it going.
Yeah, like it starts to show up a little bit. It wasn't like he went to hug his sister and then she just like disintegrated one day. Like it was definitely, like kind of building up to like, coming out fully. And then obviously it did in a very explosive way.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that was heartbreaking. I'm going to try not to cry talking about it, but when like he's out in the yard with his dog, just sobbing and clutching the dog for dear life, and it disintegrates and turns into a pile of fur and blood. That was so bad. Oh my God. That was
because like we've never seen that before, right? Like we've seen Shigaraki waste like other people, his enemies, before, but we've never seen them turn into piles of like blood and skin or whatever. They just turn into dust and like kind of like blow away. So I mean, it was definitely a dramatic choice to do that, because this was like kind of a reveal of what it would actually be like if some like what happens when he uses his quirk, right? So seeing that for the first time with the dog was absolutely awful and terrifying and disgusting and sad, like so sad. And just, oh God, everything that happens after that. The same thing happened with his entire family.
Yep, so, the decline so quickly.
So fast.
when he accidentally disintegrates his sister, that was really tough. And then he just like loses it, obviously, starts destroying everything.
Yeah.
Disintegrates his mom from a distance, which is horrible. She's like running to him.
Yeah, because he's got his hand on the ground, and it's kind of just like, as we've seen, it can, I guess, kind of transfer. If it's that powerful, it can kind of like transfer to the next thing. I don't know how to explain this, but a couple episodes ago when he wasted like all those people that were coming at him just by touching the guy in front, that's kind of what happened here, I guess, with the ground. And his mom, who's trying to run and comfort him, I guess, just got caught up in that before he could even touch her, and then wasted away before they could even have a last hug or anything. So
God,
that was upsetting.
Yeah. And then both grandparents, everybody. And then, you know what? I'll throw it out there. I didn't even feel bad when he grabbed his dad by the face and did it.
Nope.
I'm like, you know what?
But that was actually like kind of a cool move.
Oh,
like
100%.
Knowing that Shigaraki wears that hand on his face, and that's how, like, exactly how he killed his dad with intent to kill after he like knew what was going on. Like that just adds a whole other layer, which I didn't even think was possible, but that was kind of deserved, I feel like.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Pretty brutal way for a 5-year-old kid to kill his father. But you know, shit happens in this world with quirks, which it also, this whole thing kind of made me realize that this kind of thing, where like kids who are just getting their quirks like kill their parents and their family unexpectedly when they first get their quirk, like that must happen fairly often.
Right?
Yeah, right? Like there must be tragedies like left and right, especially when quirks were like just becoming a thing and you didn't know what kind of quirk your kid would have. Like that must have been terrifying as a parent.
Yeah, exactly. And as a parent, I want to go back to the fact that his dad was looking at the picture of his mom when
like,
all this was going down.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking hate him. Rereading what his mom wrote to him, like, oh, I just wish you'd have hated me. It's like, stop being emo. You have 2 children. You have a family. Like, please. You should have resolved this a long time ago.
Exactly. Like, for fuck's sake, go get some therapy, dude. Like, I don't know, talk to anybody.
Yeah. I'm glad that like the mom, just before the whole thing in the yard went down, she was like, if you're going to raise your hand at our kids, then I can't like do this anymore. But it kind of took a while to get there, which really sucked. Because obviously if it didn't take as long, this probably wouldn't have happened. But yeah, because I feel like usually, I don't know, the wives and the women in these kinds of shows kind of just go along as we've seen that she had been previously, and just kind of like turning a blind eye, as well as like the grandparents. So the fact that she came up and said, you know, it just adds, you know, insult to injury, too little too late. But I thought that was like a little cherry on top, that we could see that his mom, you know, actually did kind of care for him, you know.
Yeah.
She definitely did, but it was just too late.
And it's so hard with like these patriarchal situations where, you know, she's trying to let him be the lead, the like head of the household. He's the head of the household kind of shit. And
yeah, he had all this wealth and the business and like made this house for them. So
yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, but yeah.
But yeah, holy cow, that was so much. That was so much happened with Shigaraki in this episode. And like at the end, very last line in the episode is after he disintegrates his dad, and he's like, I didn't itch anymore. And I was just like,
so good. That is so good. Like I absolutely loved, like when he said that, everything just kind of like the rest fell into place for me. Like at the end of this episode, this story of his, it made sense. I just love the itching thing. I don't know, it's not like a metaphor, because he literally was itching, like he was allergic to this house that he was in, basically.
Yeah, that situation stressed him out so much.
It literally manifested itself in like a physical way. And oh, and we also got to see how he got those like scars that are on his face.
Oh,
So
God.
like that was just a little cool little thing that we got to see.
Yeah. Sad.
It's very sad. Now we know that he's had these scars, like not from being a villain, but since childhood.
Yeah.
And that last one of the last when he's actively like has his hands on his dad, that face or he's crying and his power is so powerful, it's like pushing his tears upwards and his mouth is just wide open, like he had that sense, that absurd sense of pleasure shot through his whole body is what he said. Like that is such a scary image.
Yeah.
Like this child murdering his father and being so happy about it, and just his face is so scary.
Oh,
Disturbing.
disturbing.
But it's like, it's so disturbing, but it's so good. Like they did such a good job with this episode.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't. Oh my gosh, they crushed
as sad
it.
and gross as it is.
Yeah, honestly though, man. And then the next episode, what do we even have going? Like we said, we finally have Machia, which is gonna be
Right.
dope. It'll be
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see if like they even need Machia to fight Redestro, because Shigaraki's
Right.
doing pretty okay right now.
Yeah, I have a feeling it'll be Shigaraki versus Redestro. Like not really any outside people coming to help.
Mm-hmm.
And Machia might just be there to help clean up, maybe with the Twices,
Yeah, honestly.
if there are more of them, to kind of get the rest of the soldier people for the Meta Liberation Army. All Machia will have to do is like walk across, like down the streets through the village, and then everybody will be dead.
Exactly. And that he seems to be, he's obviously making his way to Shigaraki. That's what he wants. That's what he's going to do.
Right.
But like you said, I think he'll be done with Redestro by the time Machia gets there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm debate like I don't think their fight conclusion will even be next episode. And I'm wondering like just how much is going to be left on a cliffhanger. I don't even think, because we have 2 episodes left, right? So we have like 0 time to return to Class A.
Yep.
So I think that will be part of the cliffhanger too.
Fucking wild.
Is just being able to see the Class A people again. Just for next season. It's like, well, look forward to your actual favorite characters, I guess, a year from now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if that's like the end of the episode thing? That's like the post credits as we get a little taste of Class A. We don't even.
I think that's what it's gonna be. I can't. I was trying to like go through, after watching this episode 3 times now, just trying to go through what like the structures of the next 2 episodes will be, because we only have 2 left, and like. So next episode's going to be, I'm assuming, like a same type of format, because they're still going to be fighting Redestro and Shigaraki. And it's going to be another origin for who he turned into after, this whole thing as Shigaraki, obviously. So it'll be a lot more like flashback, backstory stuff for him. And I'm thinking it'll probably be similar to this episode. So I don't think they'd have the conclusion of the fight in an episode with all these flashbacks going on.
No.
So like, that means the conclusion of the fight has to be the very last episode of the season. And we're probably they're not just going to like do the mid episode title cards and then skip over to like Class A. It'll be more of a conclusion of what the League of Villains are going to be doing afterwards. And because I'm obviously Shigaraki's going to win, right? So,
oh, no doubt.
So I have a bad feeling about being able to see any of the other like heroes or UA kids. So I don't know. That's just what I think. So
real quick aside, I love that they keep introducing more villains and then just fucking Shigaraki takes them out. Like, this is great. It's like, no. I'm the big baddie here.
Right. Oh, yeah. Exactly. I think it's, just to show that he really is they called him something like the son of the devil or something like that.
He is.
Right. Because he's like the heir to All for One. So obviously he's the big baddie. So
yeah,
they just have to show that through example over and over again.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Let's see how many people this teenager can disintegrate.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's crazy. Is he really just a teenager?
I think so. I think he's the same age as the other kids. Like he is.
No
oh no,
way.
sorry. He's 21. He's 21.
Okay,
But
still very young.
So young. He's not.
He's just younger than Hawks, right? Because Hawks is like 22.
Yeah, exactly. And Spinner's 21 as well. So like, Toga's obviously the youngest of the League of Villains. They established that she's a young teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And Twice,
17.
Yeah, Twice is I think 32. Everyone else is older.
Yeah.
Well, Dobby, I don't know. Let me check Dobby's age.
Oh, true, Dobby.
Dobby's 24. Dobby's 24. He's older.
24?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty old.
Yeah.
I would have thought he'd be more like 21 too.
Exactly. But yeah, they're all so young.
They're so young. Like this is the next generation of what the world of heroes and quirks is going to be. So
And
they're deciding the future right now.
They are. And like you said, I think as far as like these next couple episodes, like next episode, we'll see Machia do something.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes after Shigaraki, though, like Shigaraki's beat to shit right now. Like he's just going to destroy him.
There's no way.
Is this going to be Spinner's big save? Like,
yeah, hopefully we'll have some sort of conclusion to the Spinner fight too.
Gosh. Yeah, okay, whatever's going on there. Spinner's just going to get his ass handed to him.
Oh, there was this really great because I like reading the comments on Crunchyroll after watching the episode because some people are really funny on there. And like this person, they commented, it was like the second one down on the episode. They said, so basically Spinner has the most realistic anime villain backstory ever. He was a loser with no friends, so he decided to join a radical terrorist organization because it gave him a place to belong. And I was like, wow.
It's true, though.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, like, oh man, that was good in the flashback that he had when they were talking about, he's like, I'm not like Toga, I don't have anything I love. And I'm like,
right.
Makes sense. If you look like a lizard when you're like 5 years old, people are going to make fun of you. Like your quirk is literally like, sticking to walls.
Right. He's like a gamer who's shut in his room and he talks like a fucking Zoomer.
He does.
Like he's talking about insta-blocked. It's like, please, Spinner, you're in the League of Villains.
Spinner the incel.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't want to use that word, but kind of. That's what I thought.
I'll use it. It's true.
It's true.
Gosh.
Spinner. So yeah, I think he'll be part of next episode for sure.
Oh, 100%. And before we finish all this up, I just want you to know we might not even get to that part that was spoiled for me before the end of the season.
I had a feeling
that will kill me.
Because when you said that, I was like, if it's on the shelves, it's probably like 100 chapters from where we are. So I don't think that it's going to show up until like maybe not even till the end of next season.
That's so frustrating.
Which is very sad because I really want to know what you got spoiled on because I don't know.
I just need to know. I just need to know what's going to happen in this situation.
So do I.
But I guess I'll wait another year.
Yeah, because I got spoiled on a cover once too. I just saw like cover art on Twitter or something because it was like it had just come out.
Yeah.
And everybody was like freaking out about it because, I mean, it was pretty obvious from seeing the cover.
Yeah.
But I have no idea like what it would be in terms of like what would happen in the story, like plot wise. So I don't know. But it looked, I literally cried when I saw it.
Was it for My Hero or was it for Attack on Titan?
It was for My Hero.
Oh my gosh. What part was it? Was it a part that we've already seen?
No, we haven't.
Oh my God. Okay. Thank God I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. I think it was like a year ago or something that I saw on Twitter.
They need to calm down.
I know, right?
People need to stop sharing these covers because they're such giveaways.
Seeing how the story's going so far, it's going to be a while till that comes out. So like if you see a new cover, you're not going to be seeing it in the anime for a year and a half, 2 years probably.
That's
because
true.
I think it's already been like a year since I've seen that and we're nowhere near getting to that point. So
isn't it funny though how like we know that we're there in the final arc of the manga, but we are still like probably 3 to 4 seasons away from the show being done.
which is crazy. Like when I first started the show, I had no inkling that this would be like such a long like story and have so many seasons.
Well, the first season's only 12 episodes long, which is insane to think about.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember like I was introduced to My Hero right before the last episode aired. So I blasted through, waited for the last episode of the first season, watched it, and now I'm just like, then I was like, wait a minute, now what? That was 12 episodes, but so much happened.
Oh my God. Jake, you're such an OG. It's like, I kind of wish I was you, but also like, even just wait, this season 5, week to week, this is tough, man.
I'll be honest, I was introduced to it because I went to an anime convention, and they're like, here are 15 shows that you should be watching, and then they'd show clips. And that was one of them. And I was like, holy fuck, I need to watch that.
Yeah. I mean, I owe my whole anime life to My Hero. It was my first anime. So it will always have that special place in my heart.
Hell yeah.
And I will always watch it, no matter what.
Yeah, no matter how many filler episodes we have to watch about Todoroki and his stupid family.
Stupid fucking family.
His dumb dad.
I could tell you from memory exactly what happened. Date and time of everything that happened in his childhood.
I can't even boil tea without getting like flashbacks to the flashbacks in that show.
That's so true.
Oh, God.
I hear a tea kettle boiling and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, God. I look behind me to make sure there's not a little kid with 2 color eyes and hair.
Oh, God.
Like, I know what I must do. I just don't know if I have the strength to do it. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I'm here for My Hero forever until it ends.
Seriously.
Oh, wait. No, don't say that. It's not going to end. Stop.
Oh my God. I can't even, it's crazy to think that it's going to end. It's going to be like, okay, so based on how it's going right now, right? Mm-hmm. We probably have it for another 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, especially, yeah, I think so.
Which is crazy, because that means we will also have had it for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Because we're about to hit 10 years next 2 years from now.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Really?
It's been going, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just saw something also on Twitter, not a spoiler thing or anything, but it was just 8 years ago, like a couple days ago. It had been 8 years since like a huge reveal of Attack on Titan, which was at the end of season 1.
Yep.
And like the final season hasn't even started airing yet. So like yeah, that show has been running for so long, but I mean, you can't really, there was like a 4-year break between season 1 and 2, right?
That big reveal was real frustrating, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Watching week to week. It's like,
oh yeah.
good soup.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know what this is going to be.
Yeah.
Except now I will once I catch up. But
right.
Got a lot of work to do.
You have to catch up, Jake.
I know. I got to go fast.
Are you planning on watching it as it airs, or?
I'm going to try to watch it. I'm going to try and catch up and then watch it as it airs.
Yeah, you have until January.
Oh, I got so much time.
Yeah, until it's January all of a sudden.
I know, right? Shit, it's almost October.
It's already mid-September, believe it or not.
Oh my gosh. So everyone, if you want to see all of my shenanigans following anime and stuff, make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all the social medias. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching it on Hogtide Productions. Thank you for doing that. Make sure to check out our TikToks. They're dumb and fun. Cassidy, where can people follow you?
You can follow me at Cassidy Co. or at Kohai Art is my art account. And we do a lot of stuff on Fish Inc. on Twitch. So give us a follow if you would like. And yeah, hopefully we got some plans in the works for some cool streams together.
Yeah. Some collabs.
Fish Inc. and Hogtide. So yeah, make sure you tune in. And we only have 2 more weeks, 2 more episodes of My Hero. And then we'll have to see what happens after that.
Yeah. So stay tuned for whatever we watch next, because we don't know yet. We haven't decided.
Nope. But I am excited. I'm super excited.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe out there. Please get the vaccine. Wear a mask.
Yeah, do it. See ya.